Hopefully the sound and everything is good. If it's not, I'll fix it. But until then, let's go. The smart thing to do would probably choose one of the three, like, archetypes. But we're gonna make our own. So let's start. Oh my god, a cat just jumped on my lap. Excuse me, sir. I'm in the middle of the stream. Can I help you? Oh no. Okay, so. This is actually incredibly distracting, Jack. I'm sorry. Oh no. Please don't touch it. Don't get on the desk. What are you doing? Alright, you gotta come with me. Alright, I love you, but you can't be doing that. Oh my god. What was I doing? Alright, so right now everything's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, to be a detective, you'd probably want motorics, intellect, all that good stuff. But what we want is we want to be strong. It's underrated. It's an underrated trait in detectives. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We could, but we're not going to. I'm tempted to play a really dumb character, but also I know that's probably a bad idea. Let's just put a few in. Just put a few in strength. How about that? Put a few into psych, so we can be emotionally intelligent. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's a good idea. Good, average. And what are the other? Great, genius. Oh no. So we're not gonna be terribly smart, but we're gonna have good psych, good physique, and good motorics. I'm actually not sure if I should do that or not. What did the main other ones look like? I mean, honestly, it wasn't too far off from the other three that they gave you to choose from. Okay. So we're not too far off. Wait. 1443. 1542. So really we could. What happened here? What happened to this? Let's take one from the motorics and put it into psych. Terrible, great, good, weak. 154. Wait, is that? Alright, you know what? No, we're gonna do 1443. Alright, so signature skill. Drama, what's that? Factor lying detect lies. Oh, wait a minute. CR in the world. That's an intellect? Wait, I'm gonna go back and put some in intellect. Hang on. To make the public assert yourself. Hunches and gut feelings. think we're gonna do authority. Maybe. I don't know if we should do any of these just because it's very poor. So what do we got? Charm and one, play the puppet master. Actually, I kind of like that. I like to be the charmer. Maybe. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. I'm not sure what I want to do, dude. I think I'm gonna do one of the psych ones. What if I take control and threaten people? We could also just be incredibly strong. We're gonna do suggestion. We're gonna go with our gut, our initial decision, and we're gonna go from there. The Furious are not home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Again.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Hell yeah.
Ever.
Ever?
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
I will simply keep on existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all borough.
Let's just ancient zero home.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you.
Ew.
A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Volition. No, I am not scared. I'm a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Okay, I'm a bit scared now. Let's go back to the dark.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Oh no. Backside bottle combo red is empty. Great. We need to find a shirt. What's in there?
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish them out.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Grab the tie.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Grab the tie.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Terrific. We need to find her shoes. Actually, there's one right there. Oh, just a single shoe. Great. So this one tore out the tape while someone's playing. Serial tape player's on, rolling empty. Cool, cool.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
I don't know, man.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Bottles in the bathtub.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care.
Behold,
Oh yeah, look at that handsome double.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
I think I'm a
It appears
superstar.
you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think maybe because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, this is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Oh no, my fucking... I thought I turned my alarms off. Alright, ignore that. I think this looks suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
I promise.
You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something. Like the rest of you,
Fuck.
it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
What about this one?
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Fair enough. Okay, so I don't know where my other shoe is. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll be found eventually. What is this? Give it to me. No, nobody was using that anyways.
Hello, officer.
Hello?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Why'd you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember that?
Could it be because of the drinking?
You know, that's fair. Who let this happen?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
I have the right character.
A fondness for contradictory statements.
Yeah, what you just said.
I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
Thank you.
No, she's not. Reassert yourself by being flirtatious.
Alright, let's go.
The words have already left your mouth.
Oh no. Maybe we should just leave and start over. Maybe we should start from the beginning.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
No.
Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
Fine.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop
Jesus.
are you?
I'm the sorry cop. Superstar cop.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
You mean some bloated old drunk with sideburns and disco pants.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Uh-oh. Was that a threat?
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Didn't do what? What's in here? Can I go in here? No? Okay. What's this? Weekend edition. Okay. We're off to a great start, I think. There's a good chance I might restart this at some point. Especially if this character is poorly designed. That's a way to put it, I think.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with my theory.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
True.
You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Alright. Find something tragic to sing. Who are you? Oh.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Hi, you're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm gonna guess I didn't do any of those.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Understood. Alright, well, he seems a little rude. Okay, so right now our whole task is to sing karaoke.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Why?
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
No.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I have not.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Look, I'm not in control of that.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down.
I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort.
True, true.
The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
How can we show him I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Do I?
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Oh.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Should I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
No.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Alright, let's roll.
After you, officer.
And we're a mess right now. Hey, man.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What is gold and orange? Of course, fiber smells like liquor.
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Good to know.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
I'm not a very good
Yes,
officer.
of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
That's kind of...
Does he
kind of
want you
dick.
to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard.
Did
The
you kill him?
prey drive says.
Oh, did you kill him, Gart?
No, I didn't.
You can tell.
I
You can tell
didn't.
me.
I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why'd you kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this...
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression
That's my bad.
unreadable.
My finger, like, twitched and skipped it. I'm sorry. Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? You killed someone else.
He ignores you.
Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine.
That's
Let's
all.
go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No, I don't.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Oh no!
one moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Fuck you!
Watch out!
Dog. I really...
Everything goes dark.
I think I should end this character and start a new one.
Back so soon.
Worth it.
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
It's okay.
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
No, You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Are you okay?
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Dude, she's too sweet. What
Are
the
you
hell?
sure, ma'am?
Yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Thanks, Skirt.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Marble Hill.
Why did you say that?
They must have some meaning.
The old thesaurus comes up empty. Maybe you should ask the lieutenant.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
Expression.
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Oh. I don't think we're going to be smart enough to trace everything back to the building. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Ooh, maybe.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Are you okay? I'm very sorry.
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
Something by a will of its own. I was running with trust to turn my hands, made this gesture. I'm sorry to witness it.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sweetie needs money.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Guess gold cover pin from off check pocket and drops it into your palm.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races. You could totally sell this pin for cash.
What is to pawn?
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but you never end up doing that anyway.
Where can I pawn it?
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
I promise I'll buy it back for you once I have more money.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back.
Alright. So enough about that. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I drank sorry, I literally forgot everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
See, I have no idea.
We're in the city of Revshol, dear.
Revshol. I don't know what that is.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revshol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revshol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the year 973.
You're joking. Try again, one more time. What year is it?
I don't know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
Have you seen my shoe?
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Or like, the cop regime. Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revshol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Alright, this is the government comes our cops.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revshol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh. How did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
What's this about a revolution?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
but I'm a cop. Whatever it was doesn't stop me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Kim, please
Of
help me out.
course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
There you go.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
We're not going to ask about the chair. Wait, who's this? What's going on over here? Who are you? Wild Pines.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Tell me, who
No
is this?
idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Wake him up.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up.
Why the yelling, man?
You're alive.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police. More than they usually do, at least.
Singer dreams.
Thank God, no.
Was it a bliss of free of X somethings?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out.
Out?
No X anything. Just quality time.
A little
time.
me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
That's wonderful.
Logistics? No. It's a nightmare.
That's true. Why are you here sleeping?
Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
I shall. Who's behind the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in
Everard.
charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
What about the dead body?
Yeah. What about it?
You seem cool with it. Do you have any of those hang from trees here?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
Great.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
Trouble's already here.
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man.
Tree man?
He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc.
Who says that?
Everyone. It's a local rumor. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Thank you. Oh, hey, how are you doing?
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
You can buy me more. It's fine.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
I'm jealous. Alright, let's go look at this body. Wait, what are you doing? Hey, stop that.
Kuno's got this!
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
What?
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Don't you know?
Love it in the dick!
Don't say that.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using swords on my
Can't
time,
talk,
Sam.
pig! Shit's coming up strong! Throwing rocks!
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea!
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
Stop saying his name.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener!
You want to hang out?
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit! Fucking entrapment shit!
Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
I didn't say that. Kim, what do we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Look, I have questions.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
What do you know about the body?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Kim, help me out here.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Who is he?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Now I got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
Seems to happen.
You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where were you?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where's Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
I'm a cop.
Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Alright, seeing suspicious now.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
The what?
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Stop saying that. Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Sounds to be called Rabbit Dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno, he's trying to fiddle you.
What?
He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out, you're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it. This was no light tap.
Sometimes you just gotta shut them down.
What?
We have a more conversation now, right?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct. Get yourself together.
For heaven's sake, he thinks, this has gone too far. Don't make this any worse than it is. Just get back to questioning the
What do you
kid.
mean I had to shut it down?
Okay, pig.
If this act was about him trying to establish dominance over you, it's safe to say things didn't go as he'd planned.
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
I want to suss the body.
The fuck about it? Kuno's fucking.
End of conversation.
Okay.
You're testing.
Get lost,
Stop saying that. You're stuck me now?
You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
A little. But don't expect anything to change.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass.
Stop talking.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Well, let's try this.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
I don't like the chances here, but
The smell
yeah,
is
that's what I thought.
repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, More instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Yeah. Ew.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Wait, we're not going to the
There
body?
he still is, looking right through.
Wait, it's climbable.
There he still is.
He's about to blow!
Alright. So we need something for the smell. Can we talk to this child? Excuse me. Hello?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
What do you mean? Come back here.
I'll
I'm done
die
with you.
before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
No, help me help you.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You
What?
don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Kuno, I'll sock you one more time. How about that?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Open that down. Rail wheel down. Alright, a bunch of stuff, really. Follow me, Kim. I'm still missing a shoe, and I don't know where the fuck it is. Wait, is that it? Oh my god. It's up there. Oh no, I need my shoe, dude.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Sure. I'm done with it.
Oh, thank you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves, You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Alright, she's nice. I like her. Okay, so we know where my shoe is now.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it doesn't.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, we sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Hell yeah. I need to figure out how to get my shoe back. It was up on the second level, so... see if we can get to it. Come on, Kim. I didn't realize that was a door. Honestly. So, perfect. We did it. There we go.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
We did it. We got our shoes back. Very happy to have those. Not just walking around with like one shoe like a weirdo. Now we can solve the case.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
What now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Nah. We're not gonna pick up another person's used cigarette. Not in this economy. Alright, now we're ready to really inspect it. Wait, what's this? Got a bag. Noted. Let's go through here first.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop.
Hell yeah.
Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Extra content?
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Oh, the box of
You
cartons.
see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper.
Pasta.
Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Deeper.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Yeah.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Okay.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Oh, we're not finished yet. We gotta dig in Hobocop style.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
It's a knock cannon.
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy.
What?
Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
No.
No,
I'll
you
sell
won't.
it.
Because none of those things are real.
What?
They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
No. There's gonna be something in there.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Oh.
Only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
The
can sell
container
that.
sounds a muffled gong.
Okay.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Open lid again.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
I don't know what I expected, honestly.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
That's me. I've been established my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop.
Yeah.
Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Is that oh no. That can't just stay there. Okay, it's on. What was I doing? Kim, are you okay? What was that?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches, by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins, yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural, another The Square Bullet Hole Murders, another yet The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Okay.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. It's downright incriminating. He has little choice but to give you one, although he really does not want to.
Give me a pen, Kim.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Kim, have you named it yet?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hangman is good, but that one's a maybe. Hangman appears at home in the mirror. That one sounds more like a real title of like a serial or something.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow?
What?
Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
The Hangman.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The
Of course it was
Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. We got stuff to do. I don't have a copy of the map, that's why. Okay, so we did level up. So we need to think of something to level up. Alright. Alright, child. No more throwing rocks in the body. I'm finally gonna investigate.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Did I not use the... Oh. How do I use the ammonia?
There he still is, looking right through you. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
God damn it. I thought this was to help me.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
I don't want to be a cop anymore.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too.
This is bullshit. I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. And now that you have, you need to get your shit together.
I don't want to get my shit together.
Then the world will turn away from you and leave you behind.
No.
No. You will get your shit together.
You're sure this has not affected his impression of you in a good way? For a moment, the hanged man appears to smile. His lips are
Screw
red,
you.
like a clown's.
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together. Active decay.
He's about to blow. Come.
I need these children to stop bullying me right now. Okay, what else can we do? So we need to complete that. Oh yeah, okay. Kuno, I need to talk to you one more time.
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Kuno, I keep throwing up and I can't investigate the body at all.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Screw you. Maybe some advice?
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
Don't fucking own me right now.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
I just got fucking owned.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I'm still fucking reeling from the fact that I got owned by Kuno.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Really?
Believe it, you need this shit.
Oh.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Oh.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
I would be interested in those pants.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
No, I need new pants. Shut up.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
Just because I punched him in the face?
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a Kuno doesn't...
She ruined the whole thing. I almost had him. He almost worked with me. And then she went and ruined it. See real marks. Talk to Gart. Kim, how are you faster than me? What's going on? Wait, what I don't know why I didn't even think about this entrance. Alright, Gart, come here.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff.
Can you?
None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Alright, who else has keys?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container, despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Yes? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'm a cop.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Garrus, I signal in the kitchen.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But I'm really hungry.
He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Alright, Kim, what else do we have to do? So I have to deal with the watermark stuff now. I also need money to pay my rent. Gloves are cramping in style. Kim, why'd you get in my way? What's going on here?
Hello again, officer. How are things?
I thought I was gonna see if I could ask her for money. Who are you?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there.
I am the law.
You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Yeah, exactly. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
What?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
Can I have some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Maybe don't tell people. The people they don't like are actually right.
It's like,
that's such a good point.
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Fair enough.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Wait, really?
Time to arrest him.
Okay, what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of foul cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Tracksuits?
They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I have one of the tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, they're neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I don't know about your soul.
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
I thought he'd like that.
Don't be a stranger.
Damn it.
Volumetric shift compressor.
Yeah.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Alright. With that, we can finally reinspect the body. Coming on, Kim.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
They are armor, no boots.
Oh.
Technically speaking, these are sabatons. Ceramic plate, Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death. The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that, for a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
Maybe.
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
I did not.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch. Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
We're not going to pull the boot off.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past is on total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Okay.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak. Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it? I agree.
What?
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
He gave that up easier than I thought he would.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Who are you, dead man?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Alright, how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos. Some kind of superstar.
Let's see what this trait's about.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, "Fuck off and die," in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Hell yeah.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer. Gone. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know.
Alright, Kuno, tell me about the armor.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Bring me through it.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
The troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
You're testing.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, bye Kuno. I'm sorry to have bothered you. What's all this? Books. Who are you? Who are you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Board
It's
games?
called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
That's the store?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
It's a postcard.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What's a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter. My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is her name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Hot juice. What's about crime?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself.
You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
What? I'll never be this Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
Overshadowed by a fake man.
Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
Ah, yeah.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Damn it.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Shit on nails is just like another body material.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Yeah.
You're quite sober.
Aha! You're wrong.
Does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm also sad my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What's romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What have them both been or bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
But it's written really well.
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What if everyone's poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she has some an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
I don't know. Think about it. One of the plunge into a torch spell of pain. Recommend it. Oh god, I can't read.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower. The girl is at a loss for words. She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, sir. don't know how to help you. Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little. I don't...
God, I'm
can't...
being really fucking...
It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself?
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Maybe some about other books?
There we go. We'll heal that morale right back up. I have to get ready to go to work. But, alright. I'll be live again tomorrow. But for now, have a good night, day, morning, wherever it is, where you are. If you enjoyed the stream, tell your friends, leave a follow, and all that good stuff. And I will see you next time. Be good to each other.